I've got David Berg, the founder of Reef Health. David, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Nice
Thanks,
to meet
Frank.
you.
Good to meet you too.
All right, well, why don't you start by telling our audience what is Reef Health?
Okay, so Reef Health does two things.
Okay.
Number one, it has health benefits specifically designed for franchisees and their employees.
Awesome.
And the key differentiator to what we do and others, that's the only first thing, I'll get to the second,
Okay.
is everybody's got different price points for healthcare, gold, silver, bronze, but it still becomes unaffordable for most employees, and the out-of-pockets are incredible, $5,000, $10,000 family deductibles.
Right.
We created other price points so that any employer, any franchisee can offer free healthcare in their job ads to get a much bigger candidate pool, and there's something for everybody. There's a price point that every franchisee can afford, and there's a price point that every worker can afford, and the key here is we want to make sure that we're recruiting people who are going to stay, and the people who are going to stay are going to be the people who are attracted to not just our brand, not just our culture, but also to the benefit offer. They got to be real.
Yeah.
If we're getting 10, 15, 20% participation in our health plans, that's not going to hold anybody.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing we do. The second thing we do is we're a franchisor also. So there's opportunity to sell.
Awesome. You're a new franchisor, right?
We are, and by the way, the people who are doing it, I'm not I am the franchisor and the founder, but I'm not smart enough to do this. There's a lot of smart people here in the franchising business. So we got Matt Hale, who's the founder, co-founder of the Joint Chiropractic, and also he's the founder of Modern Acupuncture, and then we've got Jesse Curry, the VP of franchise development for Massage Envy.
Awesome.
So I got some really good healthcare
You've got a powerhouse
franchise
team right there.
I know, and I'm learning stuff every day.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
great.
the guy who creates the product behind the scenes, and they're the ones that franchise it.
Smart.
Yeah.
That's a smart move. All right, David, tell us a little bit about your background before franchising now, since you're new to the
All right. So I started as a physician in Canada, and my wife also. We met at the University of Toronto. We came down to Phoenix in 1995 and tried to make sense of healthcare, and it was hard. We can make money in healthcare, but we couldn't make sense of it so our employees could afford it.
Okay.
And that's back when the deductibles were only $250 a year. We couldn't make it work for our normal wage employees. So I created a system that worked for my employees, and I had enough friends that wanted me to help them too. One of those friends was the mayor of Phoenix. Former mayor of Phoenix, who then ran for governor, and that's how I met him. And I helped him with his home building company with these strategies, and it lowered his costs. And then his brother's drywalling company, and we lowered their costs. And then in 2013, he convinced me to create a company with this strategy. And now we're in all 50 states. And so we've had these health plans in all 50 states, small businesses, franchisees, but we tweaked it a little bit for Reef Health, for Matt and Jesse and the others, specifically for franchisees to make it work. And we lowered the price point, changed the price points to make it work specifically. So my background is starts in health clinics and surgery centers, and then I started health plans for my own employees. Then I did those health plans for the strategy and the platform we built for my friends' companies, and now we're selling all 50 states, small businesses, and Reef Health is our newest invention, if you will, of using the things that we've learned in a stacking format over the years, over the decades, to now help franchisees and their employees.
That's exciting.
There's nothing else out there like this. It's the stuff out there sometimes it's all, it's just too expensive.
It is.
It's not available to everybody.
Why hasn't anybody done this?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're not entrepreneurial enough. Maybe they didn't grow up in Canada, where it's just a different way of thinking. In Canada, we expect that the healthcare, we will get peace of mind from our healthcare. It might not be the best healthcare in the world. It's not. The American healthcare that we have access to is the best in the world by far, but we don't do a good job of creating peace of mind through the affordability and the access that affordability gives. We do a lousy job in America of creating that peace of mind to the point where people are walking around just wondering, am I one child's fever away from missing work tomorrow and then not being able to make rent and being kicked out of my apartment? I'm not used to that. Coming from Canada, growing up there, I'm just not used to that kind of fear and uncertainty. And so when I was putting on my own business together back in 1995, I had to figure that out because it didn't exist in 1995 either, that peace of mind that I wanted from my employees.
Awesome. All right, David, what about the IFA? This is your first event. You just got here. What do you think so far?
Oh my gosh, I am a newbie here. I could probably say some words and make people think that I knew a lot about franchising, but you guys all know I'd be faking it. I'm learning on the spot, and I'm amazed by just the camaraderie and how everybody knows everybody, and like there's a real ambitious entrepreneurial mindset in this whole place. I love it.
It's a very generous community.
Oh my gosh, is it generous?
Yeah, fine. What I love,
but I am
though,
new to it. I'd be faking it if I said that I know anything about franchising. I'm learning from Jesse and Matt that there's a real need here.
Yeah, well, you're a smart man because you've decided to really join forces and have guys that are complement your skills and your strengths. And so to find people in franchising to help grow this thing out was absolutely brilliant. And we all stay in our lane and focus on what we're really good at, and we build a great team around us. That's where the magic happens.
I was probably, when I started this, I was probably 50-50. I could do it on my own. I'm now 100 that I could do it on my own.
Man, I'm right there with you. I agree. Same here.
I appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much for being on the show.